Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Huddle,
where we talk about football.
I feel like it's the same thing every single week.
Yeah,
It might be.
we
And it's
usually
the
do
same.
talk about football every week.
Yeah, it's the same two people every week, too. No
Yeah.
DJ again tonight.
Yeah, he was busy, quote, unquote.
Yeah, I have something to do at the moment. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. All right. The Penguins
Okay.
probably aren't going to win, bro.
Huddle, this was week 7, and all around, I thought it was a very, very good week.
Hold on. Let's say it like this. It's already week 7. We're already 7 weeks into the NFL season. Isn't that insane?
We are already 7 weeks into the NFL season.
Yeah.
And for you casuals out there, the trade deadline is not week 8. It's actually moved to week 9. Just in case you didn't know, because they moved it back. Because now we have 18 weeks of the regular season. But some really good games that we did see. Texans Packers. That was a 2-point game. Packers won that game. Lions Vikings was a 3-point game. That game was
awesome
terrific
game.
as well.
Yeah.
Chiefs Niners game was all right. Cardinals Chargers was okay. But those 1:00 games, those, and if it was one-sided, then it was like one-sided. Like that Seahawks game, they crushed it. It was a good game.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall,
Anyway.
pretty good week. I was happy. But let's get into the playbook today. We're gonna start off with NFL news, go into some CPAC reacts. We're bringing in a new little something called "If Goodell Was Good." We'll be throwing some of those sessions, sprinkling those into some future episodes. Maybe some takeaways if we have time. And then, of course, our Steel Curtain session. Definitely debating the Fields and Russell Wilson position battle. So we'll get into that later. Let's start off with some NFL news. Elijah. Tampa Bay could be cooked in the wide receiver position. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were injured in the loss to the Ravens on Monday night. Evans is out for at least to the bye week, maybe the week after, and Godwin could be done for the year. It was Mike Evans' hamstring. What was wrong with Godwin?
So it was in garbage time, so the Buccaneers really didn't have to do anything. But
no, they were down too.
Yeah, and they threw it to him, and he got his ankle was dislocated.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and it's
that
pretty
was
nasty.
Disgusting. Yeah, he was getting carted off the field, and he was like, "Time to get back to work." He knows he's had some bad injuries in his career, so
yeah, and he's had a good
he's had
a good season, so
been great, but he's been phenomenal. So definitely not good for Baker Mayfield or the entire Bucs organization. Moving on, Deshaun Watson, he goes down with an Achilles. He is done for the season. I don't know.
That's right when Nick Chubb came back from his injuries.
Yeah, Nick Chubb. And now, never would we wish an injury on anybody.
No.
But this might benefit the Browns. Just saying.
Yeah.
This might benefit. They're idiots. Stefanski's an idiot if he doesn't start Winston. DTR showed he cannot start in the NFL. And they signed Bailey Zappi. Am I correct? From the Chiefs practice squad.
I actually have no clue, so...
The Browns signed Bailey Zappi, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Who leaves their practice squad or to their active roster because they need a third guy. And then, moving on with the injuries, I'll wrap up with these last two. Ayuk, his knee is absolutely cooked. ACL, MCL, gone. I know what he went through because I tore my ACL earlier this season. Would not wish that upon anybody. It sucked. So prayers out to him as well. Definitely a pretty ugly injury. Just the way that his knee went back, it was disgusting. And then Andy Dalton, he was involved with a car crash with his family. I don't think anybody was injured.
No, but they're evaluating Dalton for some injuries. So prayers out to him.
Kind of a traumatic experience to anybody. So
for sure.
Once again, prayers out to Dalton and his family. Those are the injuries of the week. Let's get into some other news. Elijah, some signings, some suspensions, some extensions. What's going on?
So the Lions are back at it. Was it the Lions who always got suspended for Stupid
dude,
stuff.
what's
Jameson Williams, 2-game suspension for using performance enhancing substances. Good thing I had him on the bench, but whatever. For fantasy, if you didn't get that. Anyway, Alvin Kamara agrees on a 2-year, $24.5 million extension with the Saints. He's been having an insane year, so good job to him. I can't believe he's still
I
chugging after all these
cannot
years.
believe he is still a guy of basically his age,
Yeah.
still playing for the same team. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know who else? Kareem Hunt, same draft class.
Yeah.
He's back in his team, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, anyway, that's it.
Then we also got Desmond Ritter signs with the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was another injury. Aiden O'Connell goes down. It was a finger injury or wrist or something.
Yeah, I think he broke his finger.
Yeah, I think he's done for the season.
Yeah.
So
Raiders.
Raiders.
I don't even know if he was playing.
They're cooked. So
you might be hearing a trash talk joke about the Oakland Ritters coming up soon. Las Vegas. Sorry, I always keep calling them Oakland.
But that's your NFL news of the week. Let's get into the CPAC reacts. Elijah, you're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We won the game. We beat the Texans. Jordan Love had 3 touchdowns, which is awesome. Still 2 picks, but you know what? If he's putting up 3 touchdowns every week, who cares about the picks? Just kidding. Everyone still cares about the picks. Don't throw him. Josh Jacobs, a nice game again. 76 yards. Romeo Dobbs is back again. Dontavian Wicks is back from injury. Tucker Kraft, Josh Jacobs again. First receiving touchdown for Josh Jacobs, I think, in his career. So that is an interesting stat. And our defense is really stepping up. Xavier McKinney with a sack. Rashawn Gary, and 2 sacks for Eric Wilson. And then Brandon McManus just got to the team, kicks a game-winning field goal, and I think that we have found ourselves an actual kicker after Mason Crosby's year before he sucked. So that is unfortunate to say, but yeah, well, we'll see. And that's it for me.
No way, bro. Finished under a minute.
I'm trying.
All right. Anyways, I'll start in right about now. Mike McDonald, I might kiss you.
No, don't, please.
I might do it. What a performance. I'm so happy. Finally back in the win bracket. 34-14 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Gino threw 2 touchdowns. Our defense was insane. I mean, just all around great. Jackson Smith and Jigba went 1 for 1. Jackson Smith and Jigba had a better passing day than Kenny Pickett. Just saying. He went 1 for 1. K9 scored 2 touchdowns on his birthday. Shout out to him. DK Metcalf got 4 catches for 99 yards. Noah Fant was a lot more involved than usual. And then obviously on the defensive side of the ball, that strip sack by Boye Mafe, picked up by Derek Hall for the touchdown. Julian Love had an interception. Kobe Bryant had an interception. All around, just a very, very good team performance. And I think that's what the Seahawks needed for some inspiration and some momentum going into midseason. So, great W. Go Hawks. Go 12s.
All right.
Moving on. Let's get into it. Brand new session here on the Huddle. It's If Goodell Was Good, Then. And this week's edition of If Goodell Was Good is, should the NFL implement a loan system? This is something from the world of soccer, or the real football. So just bear with me as I try to explain this the best that I can. If you don't know what a loan system is in the world of soccer, it is basically where a young player or a player that's not getting the amount of time as they should at their normal team will get a temporary move to another team that needs an extra player in depth, or really wants to use that player, likes what they're seeing from them, just kind of want to grow their potential somewhere else. So it would be for either, half of a season or a full season. basically what happens is the two teams would figure out what percentage of the salary each team would pay for, how long the move would be, and then there's something called loan with a buy option. In the world of the NFL would probably be buy with a trade option. And at the end of their loan spell, the two teams could figure out a deal where it could be obviously a player or picks traded to keep that player on the loaned team. So for an example, say hypothetically the Pittsburgh Steelers move on with Russell Wilson as the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. The Steelers would quote unquote loan out Justin Fields because they don't want him sitting on the bench because Fields might get unhappy and Fields wants to play. So say we loan him out. We come up with a deal with the Raiders. We loan him out from week 9 all the way to week 18. And we say, you know what, we'll just make it easy. We'll cover 50% of his salary if you cover 50% of his salary, and boom. Justin Fields is the Raider for the second half of the season. If at any time Antonio Pierce thinks that Gardner Minshew should be the starter over there, and it shouldn't be Justin Fields, we can recall Justin Fields by maybe paying a fine or maybe giving up a draft pick, or if the NFL decides to even do this, it's just, you know what, you're not utilizing the player the way we want you to, we want him back. Or if Russell Wilson would go down with an injury, we say, we want Justin Fields back. Would the NFL actually approve of this? Probably not. I love the idea, though. I think it could be really interesting, and I personally think it would work. You would have to have all full season loan deals done by the end of week 2. So like that Tuesday after the Monday night game would probably be like the last day to get those deals in. And then obviously on the trade deadline, all the half season loans would happen. Obviously you get the player back at the end of the season. And then if, back to that hypothetical, if the Raiders said, you know what, we love Justin Fields, we'll hand you a 2nd and a 7th. Then Steelers say, hey, we'll take it. You keep Fields, we'll take your picks. And everything moves on from there. So a loan, in essence, is to keep both the original team and the player happy for playing time, or just to try to build potential or confidence somewhere else.
So, if I may, I actually do really like the idea. However, so I don't know much about soccer, but how much of game planning in terms of like, is there a system? Is there like plays that you do in soccer? Like, do they draw up plays in soccer, or are you just kicking the ball around?
There's not necessarily like you run this route and you do this.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have a playbook that you'd have to learn, right?
I guess you would fit into the formation and the tactics under the coach, but no, there is not a playbook.
So that would, that would be one obviously a concern because it takes a whole season. Sometimes it takes a whole season for a player, or a whole off season for a player to learn. It's true,
but it's no different than guys getting signed and having to jump in. Like Devontae Adams played within 5 days of being in New York.
But now that's an experienced player. So we're talking about inexperienced players here who are trying to learn one system with, let's say, the Steelers, and then now they're getting moved to the Raiders. Now they're going to learn that system and then potentially go right back to the Steelers system.
Right.
So that part is a little bit unrealistic. I still love the idea. If there were just ways that...
No, you do bring across a great point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it doesn't have to just be young players. Like, say, for instance, the Cardinals have Joe at running back, and he's like...
Connor Joe.
Yeah, Connor. He's like 32 years old. And then they have this rookie running back, Josh, and they say, you know what, we want to see more of Josh. We're gonna loan out Joe. I mean, you might think it's a really dumb idea. I just like it because it's kind of related to soccer. Obviously, figuring out all the salaries and recalling them back from loan if they're not happy. Obviously, the player has to accept the loan before it ever goes through. It's different in soccer because there's no salary cap. It's all based off the amount of money the owners kind of bring in and how much profit the club makes. So it's completely different with that salary cap rule. And obviously, like how many people you can have up on a roster. Some people may get cut or signed. So,
Yeah.
maybe
Like I
an
said,
unrealistic idea. I just kind of
yeah.
liked it, you know?
Yeah, like I said, I like it too, even as not a soccer fan. But I just think it's more realistic. Like if in Madden, I could see that being realistic because you ain't
Absolutely.
got to
Oh,
learn the
absolutely.
playbook.
In real life, I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a really cool concept if we could get it to work. And I feel like there has to be more games in the NFL for that to
for
work
it to work,
so well.
right.
Yeah. How many games are in a soccer
I mean, when you're
season?
playing just like domestically, like in your league, you're playing anywhere from 32 to 38 games.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
top of that, there's different tournaments where you can be playing
Right.
anywhere from 5 to 10 games, 5 to
Yeah.
12. It's just, yeah, it's a lot. So,
Yeah.
once again,
Well.
their season stretches from August all the way till May.
Yeah.
This is August to early January, or basically September to early January, February, if you're super
Mhm.
lucky. But
Yeah. I really like that idea, and I'm glad that you had thought of this because I think this segment that we might be doing for a little bit, if Goodell was good, we'll have some fun ideas.
yeah, something new,
And
something different.
especially, yeah, bringing stuff from other sports would be really cool. I'm sure there's baseball stuff and there basketball things that we could definitely talk about going into the NFL and making it a little bit more
Right.
fun.
Yeah,
And
and definitely, I think the biggest thing would too. Um, where was I going to go with this? Oh, yeah, like playoffs, right? Say the
yeah,
Chiefs wanted Jameer Gibbs. Obviously, this would never happen. But,
yeah,
or, I don't know, say Cardinals don't make the playoffs, they wanted James Conner because Pacheco's hurt. Would James
yeah,
Conner be allowed to play in the playoffs? And would he be limited to the amount of snaps? It just brings in a
yeah.
whole different world that I think the NFL was too lazy to think through. So,
Yeah.
just an
All right.
idea. Obviously,
It's
these
a
are
good
all
one.
hypotheticals, but that
Yeah.
is your first session of if Goodell was good, it would be would the NFL implement a loan system. So,
Good job, Levi.
how about
I'm
that?
very impressed with you with that one.
Thanks.
I thought that was a very interesting um, first if Goodell was good.
Yeah,
So kudos
appreciate
to
that.
you.
Sick. We can do takeaways.
All right, let's do
We'll keep
some.
them quick.
Yeah.
Elijah, go ahead. Do whatever one
Uh,
you want to.
all right. I want to talk about the Browns again because we had talked about them last week, and
This
obviously
is
they're.
a NFL with a Steeler base. Get the Browns out of the podcast, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just needs to be done. We
Right.
had we dropped the episode last week's episode on Sunday as the game was happening. So I'm sure there was some clickbait because the title was "Are the Browns done?" and that was right
Well, I
after
think even
Deshaun
2 weeks
Watson.
ago, the episode that we didn't put out because of audio issues,
Oh
we
yeah,
did talk about the Browns
yeah. I think we did. We've been talking about them a lot, but I
a
feel like
lot
there's a good reason to because they're the Browns again.
because they have the same
Um,
record as the Panthers. That's why.
yeah,
Right.
and they should be. They should be a good team. They should be a playoff team. But anyway,
Remember, they had
are
a
they?
better defense being ranked over the Steelers, right? Because Miles Garrett's the
Yeah.
best defensive player on the team.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so are they done now? Let's be honest. Deshaun is gone. Chubb is back though. That's one.
I
thing.
am being honest. The Browns without LaShawn and with Chubb are better. Like,
Okay.
absolutely. The Browns without Chubb are obviously worse, but the Browns without Chubb and current Watson is bad.
Yeah.
I think we will see an instant change with Winston. Is Winston the answer? Probably not. Do I think they should
Yeah.
try to trade for somebody? Absolutely.
Justin Fields. I'm just kidding.
I know they would probably make an offer.
Yeah. How many games do you think the Browns can pull out for the rest of the year?
From
So
this
what do we-
point on, you're saying?
Yeah. What do we got? 10 more games, or I guess 9 more games because
Did they? I don't
the
think they
Browns
have
have
their
their
bye yet.
No. Yeah. So.
What are they? They're 1-6 up till this point. They got Ravens, Chargers, Saints, Steelers, Broncos, Steelers, Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, Ravens. Oh, dude, they'd be lucky to get out of the season with maybe over 4 wins. I'm not
Yeah.
even joking.
But you know what? If I'm the Browns, I am done for the season because there are this next year's draft class in QBs is going to be so deep that you really can't.
Showing all that money.
Yeah, but still, you can't go wrong with the
Pull the
future.
Broncos, man. Cut them.
Yeah, honestly,
Just draft. Well, I'm telling you right now. they're gonna draft Shador, and it's gonna be the funniest thing in the world.
I don't.
Shador's gonna probably stink in the NFL.
Yeah,
Don't come
and
back to this moment because a lot can
yeah,
change. I
and
think he'll do well.
I guarantee you, Dion's gonna like tell them that no, you can't
You can't draft
draft
my
my
son.
son.
He's not going to some trash garbage franchise.
Oh man.
No, but 5-2 team, 3-3 team, 2-5 team, 5-2, 4-3, 5-2, 6-0, a 3-4, a 2-4, and a 5-2.
Yeah, they're cooked. Yeah. Good luck, Browns.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
On paper,
you suck.
man. I mean, even just look at. I want to see what ESPN has this.
And also remember that they don't have Amari Cooper anymore. So
No, they
I
don't.
mean, I couldn't. Oh, they have the guy from the Broncos. What's his name?
Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, that would be the only receiver that I'm like is kind of a star. But
I ain't scared of him.
yeah.
They are giving Baltimore 65.2% chance to win this week. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the 49ers, who are also not looking too great in terms of record. They're injured, very injured. And
Let me just say right now, they are extremely lucky the Seahawks lost those 3 games in a row.
yeah,
Because the Seahawks had that division. If the Seahawks won at least 2 of those games, I would say even at this point, they could have had that division locked.
mm-hmm.
The Cardinals are just too inconsistent. The Rams injuries kill them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Niners would have been 2 or 3 games behind the Seahawks. If the Seahawks were 6-1, this division's a whole different story. And San Fran, I don't know. San Fran still has a chance, obviously, to win the division. So that's keeping them alive. And they still have the roster, too. Even with all these guys hurt, I feel like they still might have the roster. They got, obviously, Ricky Purcell back. And Jawan Jennings has been decent enough for them. So
Yeah. Although I think he's hurt, so.
Actually, yeah, he is. So you know what? The Niners might be cooked.
Yeah, they might just be. They've been putting up 30-point games though, so it's not like they're terrible. It's just they're losing games that they need to be winning. Vikings, Rams.
Brock Purdy looked terrible. He looked terrible.
Yeah.
In the red zone against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I know there was all the jokes about it, but he did. He looked bad.
Yeah, and he so far he's been having a pretty good season, so it kind of sucks to see that. But I mean, it's so tough. I mean, they got the Cowboys next week. I mean, that could be a win easily. They've got the Buccaneers, who, if Baker is the same without his receivers, that can be a tough one. Seahawks, I feel like the Seahawks could easily win that. Packers,
no, buddy, we ain't beating the 49ers.
The Packers are not winning against the 49ers, so that can be a automatic win for them. Bills, Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Lions, Cards. Some tough games, some easy ones, but they still have to basically win. I would say the majority. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to win all the games, but there's some tough ones that you're gonna have to win if you even want to keep in the race. And I don't know what this Seahawks schedule looks like in terms of how hard it is, but it's going to be tough when the Seahawks are winning and you're trying to win too. So
right,
they need to make some changes or step up or stay uninjured or something. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it real quick, and then we'll move on to what's really important, which is the Steelers. Devontae Adams, he, believe it or not, did not magically change the Jets overnight. They are still the Jets. Yeah.
Another fun fact. The Jets are 1 game better than the Panthers and the Browns. Just to put that in perspective for you.
Yeah, and you look at the players on that team and you think,
yeah, guess what? It's another defense that was ranked higher than the Steelers by a lot of people this offseason. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? That defense just got let up 37 points by Russell.
To be fair,
Russell Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, they have some defensive back injuries, but I mean,
I don't care.
They should all be coming back soon. I'm pretty sure.
Well, Sauce is good enough, right? No,
I
because Sauce is
mean,
a holding merchant, right? That's right. Okay, no, I respect Sauce. I think he's a good corner. Bro does hold a
yeah,
lot. Just saying. Devontae Adams did not magically fix the Jets, though. Yeah, that's what happens when you still have a quarterback that acts like a baby as a 40-year-old.
yeah. Well,
And I was at the game. The environment was awesome. It was
yeah,
awesome. And I knew as soon as Rodgers targeted Devontae Adams the first time and it was incomplete, I knew it was a win from that point.
yeah.
I knew.
Well, that would be. Let's make this a good segue into the
Yeah,
Steel Curtain
absolutely.
session.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Steelers,
Here we go.
we should be 7-0, but who cares? Because we're going to the freaking Super Bowl.
Woo!
Yeah. Man. Man.
Look
Y'all
at this
thought the
list.
game last week was good?
Did
Dude,
anybody actually
this
think that was good?
this was a dominant victory.
For sure.
15-13 at halftime. Put up 31-0 score in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No.
And
We're
yeah,
at 30.
no,
My math is so off.
I don't know. I can't count. No, I think they were down 15. Did you say 15-6? Because I'm pretty sure they were down 15-6.
At halftime?
Maybe not. I don't remember. You were
I think
there.
it was 15-13 at half.
Yeah, 15-13. You're right. Yeah. So they put up 24 unanswered after that. Then.
Still, 24-0.
Well, I mean, technically they did put up 31 unanswered because I don't think they were
31
up 15.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Dominant performance. Both sides of the ball. Even special teams, man. I was thrilled. You know what? Me, Elijah, and another buddy could have gone to that game altogether. And they said no. No, we're not spending
He decided that his brothers and his dad were better than us. And you know what? That hurt a little bit. But
I never said that. I just got free tickets and didn't have to buy them. I'm not complaining.
Oh, what? I thought you. Oh my god!
I did not buy tickets, dude. Thank you, Kurt.
Man. That's crazy.
But let's get into what was good. I'll let you just glaze. Go ahead, do what you want. Go ahead.
Beanie Bishop.
What a game.
Shannon Beanie Bishop Jr. Man. Oh, there's so many things that I could say. First of all, I'd just like to say I knew it from the start, even before the draft, that the
He was
Steelers needed to
trash
get
like
this
the
man.
last 3 weeks. Come on.
Even before the draft, I said the Steelers need to get this man. They didn't draft him. They signed him, an undrafted free agent. You know what? Maybe he didn't play well the last couple of weeks. Maybe they probably should have cut him. Maybe he's 5'8" or whatever the heck in like 200 pounds. But wait, I don't know what he is. Whatever. My point is, he came up clutch, breakout game, 2 interceptions on one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. And he was just, he looked like a good player. He looked like Joey Porter Jr. almost, except Joey Porter doesn't get picked.
Take the ball off,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm joking.
But
yeah, the first pick
was nice.
Absolutely good, perfect, great. Watch that ball, covered it like a hawk. That second pick, Garrett Wilson decided to try to catch the ball with his body instead of his hands.
Yeah, and I think I'd like to give Beanie just a little bit. I'm not gonna say it was all him because really it was just Garrett Wilson. But I feel like his hand being there kind of threw off Garrett Wilson just a little bit to the point where it bounced off of him.
That was a thought though by Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's a nice.
That return was great though. Great blocking by the defense, and Beanie just come on, bro. He pulled up. He slowed down. I don't think he saw Tay behind him.
Well, he said he said in his interview that he was trying to pull a Le'Veon Bell. He was trying to be patient and wait for the blocks. So whatever the heck.
I'm talking about the 1 yard line. Bro got tackled.
Yeah. Well, Devontae Adams came in like DK Metcalf, so give Devontae credit where it's due. So
yeah, whatever.
Anyway, okay, let's move on because I might, cry.
Just stop.
Yeah.
What was good? The Tomlin quarterback decision. I knew it was good. Yeah. I trusted Tomlin. Everybody was against Tomlin. Everybody was against Russell Wilson. The players were posting stuff. fans commenting stuff. I supported it.
I did
I'm just
not.
saying, I did good. Good job, Levi.
Oh yeah, okay. I
Uh,
supported Beanie Bishop the whole time. The whole
but
time.
better yet, good job, Tallman. Great job, Russ. I know it's one game, and we're going to get into that later. But Russell Wilson balled out. Pickens balled out. Najee back-to-back games with 102 or with 100 plus yards, balled out. Jalen Warren, he's getting there. He's not the
He
Warren
had.
we
I
saw
mean,
last year.
yeah, but I mean, obviously he's coming off of injuries, and I feel like Najee gets more carries than Warren does. But
No, and that's how
I mean,
Arthur's
even
going to work.
yeah, and I
And
just
then,
think even in the receiving game, Jalen Warren was a huge factor. Like that 3rd down and 8, where he did that little spin and two defenders missed him, and he got that first down. That was basically that's what ended the game, basically, if you ask me. That was just a really nice play, catch and run. And I feel like even though maybe he's not getting all the stats, he's still just as important, especially in the block game too. He's always been a good blocker. Um, so yeah, I'll still give him some credit. Obviously, he's not what he was last year. He just came off an injury, but he'll be better, especially after the bye week. So you have my word.
yeah, and then even like, where am I trying to get with this?
I don't know.
Warren. Even just his blocking alone, I thought was much better. Like, it was good. Like,
Yeah,
bro did his job when he had the block.
yeah.
And I feel like that's been an issue that shouldn't be an issue with the Steelers, like just effort on blocking. So,
hmm
yeah,
Speaking of
good job to
blocking,
him for sure. Um,
speaking of blocking, let's talk about that special teams.
that's special teams, bro.
2 blocks. One got called
NFL did
back.
say they missed that. They was a wrong call. Leverage.
Yeah.
Bull
Again,
crap.
it
Leverage.
was they apologized again for a Minka play that they messed up. That's the
That's like the
second time this
third
year.
time. Second or
Third
third
time.
time.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
That's 2 or 3 too many.
Yeah, exactly. It
Right.
should be
They always
nice.
against us, man. No, but
Yeah.
what's his name? Our coach. Why am I forgetting?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Danny.
Danny. Yeah, Smith. Is it Smith?
It might be. But Danny. Coach Danny, man, I love him. Always got too much gum in his mouth, chomping away.
Yeah, Danny Smith.
I love Danny. Awesome. Awesome. And that block field goal, man. Come on. We were
That was
cooking.
nice.
Yeah, so good job, special teams. Run defense, for the most part, did well. Held Brees Hall to like 38 yards or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
something like that.
no,
Deshaun Elliott. Man, I feel like Deshaun Elliott could be in talks for one of the best defensive players on our team, and that's crazy
he
considering
is so stinking underrated. He
I
was when he
know.
was with the Ravens, and maybe the
Yeah.
Dolphins. I think he played with them too.
Yeah, I
But
think he did a little bit with the Lions, but
maybe that was
um,
it. Man, he's good.
yeah,
Hard hitter.
yeah.
Hard, sure tackler.
hmm
He can cover for the most part. But man, he's really impressed me, and he's definitely underrated. Definitely, as you said, I would put him right now on the season top 5 defender on our team.
Yeah.
TJ's number 1. I'd put Cam at 2.
Cam Hayward's had such a nice year. He's ranked number 1 in PFF at D
Yeah,
tackles. So
I
I
would
mean,
probably
yeah,
put Elliott at 3.
yeah, okay, over Minka.
Maybe Dante Jackson at 3, but Elliott's for
Wow.
sure top
What
5.
about Beanie? Where would you put Beanie at?
Listen, buddy, listen. He
All
don't
right.
want you.
Yeah. Speaking of big hits, let's talk about Peyton Wilson.
Yep.
Obviously, he wasn't like huge. You didn't hear his name a lot, but man, when he was making tackles, he was hitting hard on special teams, just on defense in general. I feel like this kid is going to be amazing. I don't know why I'm calling him a kid. I'm younger than him, but um, this
He's one of
guy,
those guys that just like hit, like they just don't care.
yeah,
Like they don't care if they get CTE, bro. Like he's just hitting like he's
yeah,
gonna get CTE.
hmm
Like, dude, he's like that Brian Cushing kind of like
yeah,
JJ Watt, Luke Kuechly
yeah,
mentality, man. I love it.
yeah,
I love it. It's
hmm
awesome. Kind of that Zach Tom. Yeah, he's awesome.
yeah. All right, Keanu Benton came up clutch.
Yeah, I like Benton a
He
lot.
knocked down that ball. Was that
I
him who
think
knocked
people are
down?
forgetting it's
Yeah,
only his second year. Am I right? Or was it
yeah.
third?
Second year, I believe.
He
Yeah.
was drafted out of Auburn. I think like third round
No,
last year.
he was Wisconsin, I
Was he?
believe. He was the same year as Darnell. So what was Darnell?
Darnell was last year.
Yeah,
You
so
sure
it
he
must have
wasn't
been
brought
last
this
year.
year?
No, he was the same year as Herbig, so whatever year Herbig was.
Last year. Yeah, they were all
Okay, yeah.
rookies.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, this is his second year. Yep.
Yeah. Benton, love him. Love him, love him, love him. Let him grow, I feel like, at his own pace. Give him time. He has the potential. He's going to have to wait till Hayward clears out to
Yeah,
shine.
and man, can we talk about Hayward one more time? He is having such a dominant year. I can't believe that. I thought he was
No,
on the
a guy
downfall.
of his age coming off an injury like that should
Yeah,
not be playing the way he is.
no, it's
Absolutely not.
insane. He
Yeah,
should. I mean, Hall of
I love
Famer,
King.
100%. I'm glad that we signed him 3 years or whatever the
Bro
heck he
really wanted
signed.
to leave the team. Come on, really?
Yeah.
No, Jake, he signed that extension.
Yeah, and then
Um,
finally, Darnell Washington
yeah,
is finally
yes,
getting involved.
get him involved.
Yeah, and
Get
you
him
know what? He's making
involved.
plays. He's the run after catches are very nice. He's running over people, jumping over people, stiff arming.
I
He's
mean,
getting not. He's nice.
yeah, he's got 16 targets on the year, which isn't terrible.
No, I mean, yeah, we didn't really get him involved to start, but with Russ,
Or he's got 11 targets, but he's got almost 100 um, receiving yards, and he's got a touchdown. So not
and
terrible for a backup tight end, if you ask me.
yeah, and all Russ has to do is just like float it up there because you know Russ has the greatest floaters, but it's like throwing a ball up to a tower and you're not gonna miss.
Right,
So
no, you can't miss it now.
unless you're Kenny Pickett, but yeah.
Probably.
All right, let's talk about the bad, which is not much, but
Refs
yeah.
still against us. The streaker.
The Trump streaker.
I'm not saying
Dude.
she was bad. I'm saying it was bad. No streaking.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe she was bad. That's it.
That's crazy. All right.
And then I would just say bury teams early. Enough of this. I mean, we got a field goal on our first drive. I'm not complaining with that, but
Mhm.
you don't got to wait till the second half. You don't got to wait for whatever speech somebody gives at halftime. Bury teams early. Let me see Kyle Allen by the fourth. Let's cycle
Yeah.
through every single quarterback. Let me see Kyle Allen. I'm getting a T-shirt. That's my
Let's
slogan. I
let's
wanna
bring
see
back
Kyle Allen.
John Rice Plumley so we can put him in for a quarter.
Put him Plumlee. Sign him back. But I'm not complaining. We won big. But we cannot rely on second half because when we're playing against some of these quarterbacks like Lamar, like Mahomes, sometimes even like Burrow, these guys can come back and they make it a good game no matter what. So
Mhm.
first half has to be consistent with our second half.
Yeah, for sure. All right, because we've used up a lot of time. Let's get to what everyone's been waiting for, or at least we have. So, who should be starting? Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
You
And
start.
All right, I'll start. All
What do you?
right. So, it is kind of hard to argue. I'm not gonna lie. Because I thought Russ had a nice game, but I also thought he wasn't as amazing as I feel like Steelers fans are saying he is after one game. And my reasoning is, if you look at all of his short passes, none of them connected. I feel like all his
Not to
plays
start.
were,
Those
yeah,
first
and
four
obviously,
drives were horrendous.
yeah, and obviously he's coming off of rust. He hasn't played in a year, so I will give
Real
him
quick,
that. Go ahead.
I love our freaking punter so much.
Yeah, Corliss Waitman is insane.
Yeah, I love him. Sorry,
Man.
Anderson or whatever your name is.
Cameron Johnston.
Yeah, Cameron Johnson. You're gone, bro. You're gone.
Yeah.
Go back to Ireland.
I think he was Australian actually, but
I don't know. I love Waitman. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
he's
Go ahead.
good. All right. Yeah, Russ. I thought to start the game, and even towards the end a little bit, there were still some plays, and I'm like, why are you missing that? And also, there are a lot of times where I feel like if Justin Fields were in the play or were in the game, he is running the ball and not waiting till last minute to throw the ball as an incompletion. Now, I do like that Russ is always looking downfield instead of running, and I know he's 30 some years old, but I feel like Fields made so many plays by rushing, and I feel like this is what I said. So Justin Fields, like his main thing is being able to run and making huge plays by his running ability. And I feel like Russ's big thing is just throwing the deep balls. So I feel like they're like the same quarterback, but they have that one special thing about them. And Fields is running and Russ is throwing a deep ball. So I think I would rather have Fields starting because I feel like the run comes in more clutch than a deep ball that's 50-50 most of the times. Unless it's George Pickens, then it's, I don't know, 70-30. So I feel like I would rather have Fields in being able to run, especially with our O-line being buns and injured. I just feel like Fields gives us a better chance. But nothing, not to take away from Russ's performance because it was a nice one, and I'm just not a full believer yet. And I feel like that's fair after one game that he played against the Jets, who suck. So, yeah, go ahead and take your opening statement, Levi.
Yeah. Number one, I thought McCormick played lights out.
Oh, he did.
I
He's one
thought
of the best rookie linemen of this, according to, I don't know, PFF or something. I don't know why I keep looking, but
I would not
PFF
be
is doing their
surprised
thing.
if Jaden Daniels is not on our team next year and McCormick's the starter.
Yeah, me neither.
Just saying.
And I think that was the plan anyway. But yeah, go ahead. Talk
Yeah, I think
about.
that was the plan anyway. Which sucks because I love James Daniels.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
Russ, I mean, you have to look at the passing stats. Look at them. It was night and day. 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing. Um, the deep balls. I don't have anything but praise really for Russ. I think now I don't want the whole city to turn their back now on Fields and just be like, "Oh, Russell Wilson, he's our great leader" or whatever. Because all of you were hating. All of you were hating. I think people just were impressed. And the people that are overreacting about Wilson being great did not watch football the last 2 years. And I think also the Fields comparison with Mahomes can be backed up by saying Russell Wilson put up Mahomes' numbers last year on the Broncos. So, what's the comparison? You get what I'm saying, right? So,
Sure.
okay, you don't really care.
I'm not really listening. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking up Justin Fields stats.
Okay, I was
Anyway,
gonna say you're kind of losing me, bro. I'm dropping some okay points, and um, but I mean, Russell Wilson got Van Jefferson involved, bro. Van Jefferson caught a touchdown pass. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. I thought Russ played great outside of those first couple of drives, and he didn't care all the stadium booing him, telling him to put Fields in. There was the one play when it was kind of like a play action cross-body throw across the Muth. And in that situation, Fields would have tried to escape the pressure and run before giving the ball off. I think Muth ended up getting like 6 yards out of that play. So I think it's just the veteran presence of Russell Wilson. He understands what a play can turn into. He knows what it's like to be a running quarterback. I told my dad, it's like this one play, he was like, that's one thing I noticed. Russ was stepping up in the pocket a lot too before he threw. I don't know if he
Mhm.
didn't trust his arm as much, but I looked at my dad, I said, obviously it was 10 years ago, but 2016, 2017, Russ would have ran that. And he's not the
Mhm.
same quarterback he is, but I think he's protecting his body, and I honestly think he should be the starter against the Giants. As I
Yeah.
said last week, the moment the Giants had the lead in the fourth quarter, or Russell Wilson's 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, put Fields in, never look back. And I will say that until it happens. Until that point, Russell Wilson earned his starting spot. He earned it back. He will continue to be the starter. Um, and I think he deserves it. Justin Fields, I think he's just going to work as hard. He's got a good attitude. He's going to keep that good attitude. And it's going to be a toss-up the second half of the season to see who wants it more. And it'll be a toss-up at the end of the season to see who gets a contract and who doesn't. So,
Yeah. And I'll say real quick. Well, probably not real quick because I'm never real quick. I was thinking about. I knew we were probably going to have this debate, so I was thinking about it all week, and I was mostly on Justin Fields' side. But later, I started watching interviews of the players like Muth and Najee, and I think the players definitely back up Russell Wilson, and I think they really love Russell Wilson. So,
You saw the
I mean,
picture of Najee and Pickens, man. They were
yeah,
happy.
I mean, they looked happy, which is weird, but I mean, T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward recruited Russell Wilson, so clearly they are behind him too. So I think
Right.
that's one thing that really it's bringing this team together. He's getting everybody involved, and he is getting Pickens what he wants. He's getting Najee what he wants. He's getting Muth and Washington and Van Jefferson, like you said. So I am leaning a little bit. I'm fine with Russell Wilson starting, is maybe what I should say. I still think Justin Fields should play, and I do like what you said. Russell Wilson is more experienced than
Absolutely.
Fields.
I'm taking experience and
Yeah,
veteran presence over what maybe looks better for right
yeah.
now.
And I tell you what, if Justin Fields had the floating ability of Russell Wilson and the experience behind Russell Wilson, he would be an insane player. He
It
would
would be.
probably
Oh my gosh. Feels the
yeah.
potential, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure. I
I've
really
seen
hope that they can sign both of them next year. Have Fields sit again for a year behind Russ or whatever it
or
is.
we loan him out to the Raiders. Who knows?
Yeah, but I really hope Fields learns something from Russ and that he can become a better player in our
He
future
is. He
franchise
will learn.
quarterback. Yeah.
Guarantee you. He's not a Kenny Pickett. He's not going to walk away from competition. Fields wants to compete. He has that spirit about him. And that's why I think it'll be better for Fields to sit, learn, gather, get that experience, and whenever it's time for his time to go, he'll be ready. And
Yeah, and I think
I'm telling you, if we play it out right, Fields could end his career with at least 2 rings, maybe two
yeah,
Super Bowl appearances, maybe
for
two
sure.
rings.
And
Absolutely.
I think those first 6 starts for Fields was great for him. Um, but yeah, I think it's time. I am starting to see now that it might be nice for him to sit for the rest of the season to learn and see how Russ wins, if Russ can win.
And he was being realistic too. He knew he wasn't the starter, so
Sure,
he was
yeah,
putting that pressure on himself too. Probably like I have to look good because
yeah,
I'm probably not going to start.
yeah,
So
and
he wanted
I
to
like,
win over as much of the support as he could, and I think he did. So
yeah, and I
I
like what you
respect
said.
Fields.
Yeah, for sure. I like what you said. He's not Kenny Pickett. He's not gonna cry about having a competition.
Yeah,
He's
not
gonna
at all.
try to be better. All right, we're at 50 minutes.
50? My
Yeah.
goodness.
So, yes.
Look at that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed If Goodell Was Good. I hope you enjoyed our debate at the end. And guess what? We're going to be back next week after week 8. We're still going to be talking about football. And I can't wait. I know Elijah can maybe wait. I don't really know. I know DJ. I don't even want to talk about him. Taking
Maybe,
him off.
yeah. We might have to replace
Um,
him next time. Connor Bradley. Maybe he'll be
No.
No.
But Thursday night game, Vikings Rams. Rams need to win that game. Bill Seahawks going to be a good game on Sunday. Eagles Bengals. Bengals need that to turn around their season. Sirianni needs that game to keep his job, I feel like, partly. We got some Ravens Browns actions, Texans Colts, Commanders Bears, which unfortunately is probably not.
Oh, yeah. That
Um,
sucks.
but we'll see what happens there.
Hey, Panthers Broncos Super Bowl rematch.
Not Browns. 49ers Cowboys 8:20 Sunday on NBC and Peacock. Cannot wait for that game.
Here
Again,
we go,
two
Jim.
back-to-back primetime games, bro.
Yeah.
We were the alternates one week. We got Color Rush this week.
Yeah.
Giants.
We haven't seen Russ once in a normal Steelers jersey, so in a regular season game starting. So
Dude, he's played one game.
that's what I'm saying. And next week when he
Who
starts,
knows? He might. I'm not saying. No, I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. He will be playing on Monday.
he will. Yeah, no, there's no chance that he's not playing.
Danny
Anyway,
Dimes versus the Dangerous.
and
He got a
Beanie.
sandwich. We got to go try it out too. Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Let's go, Beanie Bishop. Let's go, Mountaineers. Go, Pack. Go Steelers. Peace.